All right, let's just jump right into it. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest shakeups happening in the creative world. And that's the complicated relationship between content creators and AI. It's a story that's part incredible new superpower and part immense new pressure. It's a real double-edged sword. So to really get why this is such a big deal, you have to understand the competition. Just think about this number for a second. Every single day, more than 4.8 billion pieces of content gets shared online. That's the digital ocean every single creator is trying to swim in. To call it a crowded space doesn't even begin to cover it. And right into the middle of that chaos, AI storms onto the scene. And the promise? That it was going to be the great equalizer. Suddenly, these super powerful tools that were once only for massive studios with insane budgets, they became available to pretty much everyone. The idea was that AI could let one person, just you, compete with an entire production company. And for a while, it really seemed like it was. It felt like creators had been handed this pure creative superpower. Let's take a look at exactly how these tools started changing the game. What's so amazing here is how these tools cover the whole creative process. You've got something like Opus Clip, which can literally take a 1-hour video and, in minutes, find the 10 best, most viral moments. Then there's Runway ML, where you just type a sentence and it generates video footage out of thin air. And Descript. Descript lets you edit video just by editing a text document. This wasn't just about saving a little time, it was about totally changing the speed and the scale of what one person could create. And this stuff isn't just a theory, it's making a real-world impact. Here's a case study. A business coach used Opus Clip, turned a single 45-minute class into a bunch of short clips. The result? Over 100,000 new followers and, get this, $50,000 in sales in 1 month. That just shows you the real, tangible financial power of using these tools the right way. So you can see why everybody jumps on board, right? The advantage was massive. We're talking about slashing editing time by up to 80%, saving thousands of dollars you might have spent on things like stock footage or hiring voice actors, and scaling up your content in a way that was just unimaginable for a solo creator before. It was a total gold rush. But every gold rush has its dark side. That pressure to constantly feed the algorithm, it didn't go away. In fact, AI supercharged it. And that led directly to two things: massive creator burnout and a pretty predictable backlash. And this is the question that really started to bubble up to the surface. As the tools got faster and the demand for more and more content just grew and grew, what was the actual human cost of trying to keep up with this new AI-powered reality? This quote from a creator, wow, it just captures the psychological toll perfectly. That always-on feeling, the constant obsession with your stats, the anxiety when a video doesn't perform, it's a recipe for some serious mental strain. The very tools that were supposed to free creators were, in a way, trapping them in this endless cycle of performance anxiety. And if you think that's just an isolated case, get this. The numbers are staggering. An astonishing 80% of YouTubers say they struggle with burnout. That's not a minority, that's a systemic problem. It's driven by that relentless pressure to perform for an algorithm that literally never sleeps. All this pressure led to a flood of what YouTube now officially calls mass-produced content. And you know what this stuff is. It's the AI voice reading a Reddit post over some generic video game footage, or those templated slideshows with no new ideas. It's content that's designed to trick the algorithm, not to actually provide any value to a human being. And, well, the platforms started to notice. Which brings us to the climax of this whole story. YouTube is laying down new rules. The platform is officially drawing a line in the sand, and it is going to change everything for creators who've been relying on that low-effort AI strategy. So you might want to mark your calendars for this one. Starting July 15th, 2025, YouTube is going to demonetize channels that have content it decides is mass-produced, repetitive, or just inauthentic. Now, let's be super clear. This isn't a ban on using AI. It's a ban on lazy AI, the kind of stuff that doesn't add any real human value. So how do you know which side of that line you're on? Okay, let's break it down. Using AI to help you outline a script that you then present, adding your own personality, you're good. That's monetizable. Having an AI voice just read a blog post over some stock clips, not good, not monetizable. Using AI to generate some cool B-roll that you weave into a creative, thoughtfully edited video, totally fine. Using AI to spit out a templated slideshow with zero original commentary, nope. The theme here is crystal clear. Human creativity and value have to be at the very center of it all. And trust me, the consequences for breaking these rules are serious. Step 1, your channel gets demonetized. Poof. All your ad revenue, your super chats, it's all turned off. Step 2, you have to actually go back and either delete or completely rework all the videos that caused the problem. And only after you've cleaned up your channel can you go to step 3, which is reapplying to the YouTube Partner Program. It's a major, major setback. So, where does that leave us? Is AI the enemy now? Absolutely not. Not even close. The future isn't about picking a side, human versus machine. It's about finding a new, much smarter way for humans and AI to work together. This right here is the new mindset. We've got to stop thinking of AI as a content factory that we just press a button on. We need to start treating it like a strategic partner. It's a tool to help us to amplify our own human creativity, not replace it. And to help us do that, YouTube is actually giving creators new tools. Their AI assistant, Ask Studio, is basically designed to be a data analyst for your channel. The shift is huge. Instead of asking it to make content, you ask it smart, strategic questions, like, what are my viewers actually talking about in the comments? Or can you help me figure out why this thumbnail worked and this one didn't? It's all about using AI for insight, not just for output. By building Ask Studio this way, YouTube is basically showing us their playbook. The whole AI tool is structured around their 3 pillars of success: performance, audience, and content. It's a huge signal to all of us creators. If you want to grow, you need to focus on how your videos are performing, who your audience really is, and what kind of content you're making for them. And so we end up right back where we started, but with a totally new perspective. In a world where anyone can generate endless, mediocre content with the click of a button, what is the real value of human creativity? The answer, it seems, is everything. Your unique voice, your weird sense of humor, your perspective, your story. That's the new currency in the creator economy.